Skol Vikings. What's up, Purple Nation? Can you believe it? The Minnesota Vikings are about to make history across the pond in Dublin, Ireland, for the NFL's very first regular season game on Irish soil, and it's against those gritty Pittsburgh Steelers this Sunday, September 28th. I'm your diehard Vikings fan and host, Jake, Purple Thunder Larson, buzzing with that electric energy we all feel when game day looms, especially when it's got international flair and a chance to stomp some rivals. But hold up, before we dive into the chaos of kickoff at Croke Park, imagine this. Aaron Rodgers, the ghost from our NFC North nightmares, now slinging passes for the black and gold, staring down our purple wall for the 30th time in his career. Yeah, it's personal, it's epic, and it's got me fired up like a tailgate bonfire. Stick with me as we break down every pulse-pounding detail in this Vikings news update, because if you're not hyped yet, you will be by the end. Who's ready to roar? Drop a skol in the comments right now. Picture the scene at Croke Park, that legendary Gaelic stadium in the heart of Dublin, transformed into a gridiron gladiator arena for 76,000 roaring fans. Many decked out in purple, ready to show Ireland what Vikings pride looks like. This isn't just any away game. It's the dawn of NFL history in the Emerald Isle, with the Steelers hosting us under those crisp September skies. Both squads roll in at 2-1, mirroring each other's roller coaster start. Week 1 triumphs, a gut-wrenching Week 2 slip, and a dominant Week 3 bounce-back that has us all believing in this purple machine again. The Vikings demolished the Bengals 48-10 last Sunday, a statement win that echoed from Minneapolis to the cliffs of Maher. And get this, our defense held Cincinnati to just 10 points while the offense exploded for over 400 yards total. That's the blueprint, folks. Relentless, physical, and purple to the core. But facing Pittsburgh, it's a test of wills, with their steel curtain defense ranking top 10 in points allowed early this season. What do you think? Can our O-line hold up against that blitz? Hit me with your predictions below. As the clock ticks down to that 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time kickoff, 2:30 p.m. local time, perfect for Irish pub cheers. The broadcast crew is set to amp up the transatlantic vibes on NFL Network. Joe Davis on play-by-play, bringing that smooth, high-energy call we've loved for years, and Greg Olsen in the booth as analyst, dissecting every snap with the insight of a former Pro Bowl tight end. Olsen's been spot on this season, calling out those subtle route tweaks that turn good plays into touchdowns, and I can't wait for his take on how our Vikings adapt to the jet lag and that unique Croke Park turf. It's like having a front-row seat with expert commentary that's as passionate as we are. Imagine tuning in, coffee in hand, feeling that global Skol wave hit as the teams trot out. Who's watching with you this weekend? Tag your watch party crew in the comments. Let's make this a worldwide Vikings takeover. Now, let's talk about the man under center for the black and gold, the one who haunts our dreams, Aaron Rodgers. In his first Steelers season after that wild free agency splash, he's already etched his name deeper into NFL lore, passing Brett Favre for 4th all-time in touchdown passes during Pittsburgh's gritty 21-14 Week 3 win over the Pats. Through 3 games, Rodgers is cooking, 65.1% completion on 586 yards, 7 TDs, and just 3 picks, vintage Erod efficiency with that laser arm still defying father time at 41. But here's the spice. This marks his 30th career clash against us Vikings, a rivalry soaked in Packers' purple pain from his Green Bay glory days. Remember those Lambeau showdowns where he'd carve us up? Well, now it's payback time on neutral turf, and our secondary, led by that budding star Brian Branch, has to swarm him like wolves on the hunt. Statistically, we've held opposing QBs to under 200 yards in our last 2 wins. Can we make Rodgers eat turf? Fans, sound off. Is this the game where we finally bury that NFC North ghost? Your thoughts could be the hype we need. Shifting gears to our side of the ball, the Vikings quarterback carousel is spinning faster than a Dublin whirlwind, thanks to rookie sensation J.J. McCarthy's tough break. That high right ankle sprain from our 22-6 Week 2 thud against the Falcons sidelined our golden boy, who's expected to miss 2 to 4 weeks and is officially out for the Steelers showdown. Oof, it stings. McCarthy was flashing that Michigan poise in Week 1, threading needles for 220 yards and a score in our opener win. But injuries don't care about potential. They test depth, and ours is battle-tested. Head coach Kevin O'Connell's been straight up. JJ's traveling with us to Europe, learning from the sideline like a true pro, but we're not rushing him back. It's smart. Rushing a rook could derail his whole arc, and we've seen too many young guns fizzle from that. Still, Vikings Nation, doesn't it fire you up knowing our franchise future is tough enough to bounce back stronger? Share your messages for JJ in the comments. Let's flood him with that purple love. Stepping into the spotlight for his second straight start is veteran gunslinger Carson Wentz, the North Dakota native who's turning heads and silencing doubters in purple. After joining us late in camp, Wentz lit up the Bengals last week, going 14 of 20 for 173 yards and 2 TDs in that 48-10 route. No picks, no drama, just pure command. His mobility added that extra spark, scrambling for 28 yards and lowering his shoulder like the old Philly days, reminding everyone why he was MVP runner-up back in 2017. At 32, Wentz brings that grizzled wisdom to our high-octane scheme, syncing perfectly with Justin Jefferson's route-running wizardry. We saw J.J. Hall in 120 yards and a score last outing. Against Pittsburgh's secondary, ranked 12th in pass defense, Wentz has got to exploit those underneath zones. It's redemption arc stuff, folks. From backup nomad to Vikings hero, I'm all in. What about you? Wentz for the win, or is this just a bridge to JJ's return? Drop your hot takes. I read 'em all. Diving deeper into this international epic, both teams are synced at 2-1. But let's unpack those mirrored paths that scream destiny. Week 1. We edged the Bears 24-17 on the road, with McCarthy's debut grit shining through a pick-six scare-turned momentum swing. The Steelers mirrored it, grinding out a 20-13 home win over the Jets, Rodgers' dinks and dunks keeping their run game humming. Then Week 2 heartbreak. Our 22-6 Falcons flop exposed those early season kinks, while Pittsburgh dropped a 27-10 heartbreaker to Seattle. Their D bending but not quite breaking. But Week 3, redemption roared back. Our 48-10 Bengal beatdown featured 3 rushing TDs from Aaron Jones, who's averaging 5.2 yards a carry. Steelers clawed to 21-14 over New England, with Rodgers' late-game magic sealing it. It's like staring in a rivalry mirror. Same records, same fire. Stats show we're tops in the NFC for points per game at 28.3. They counter with the league's third-best red zone D. Collision course. Baby, which stat do you think tips the scales, our explosive O or their stout front? Let's debate in the comments. As we gear up for this Dublin duel, the bigger picture for our Vikings is that brutal back-to-back across the pond. First Ireland, then hopping the Irish Sea to London for Week 5 against the Browns at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on October 5th. Talk about a global gauntlet. Jet lag, turf changes, and 2-2-1 foes testing our depth like never before. Croke Park's that historic GAA fortress, with its steep stands and electric atmosphere. Fans are already snapping up tickets faster than Leprechaun Gold. And Vikings Brass says hospitality sales are shattering records. Then London, where we've got a 2-2 all-time mark, including that wild 34-27 thriller over Pittsburgh back in 2013. This double dip is uncharted territory. The first team ever to play consecutive internationals in different countries. Our legs held up in preseason Europe trips, but with McCarthy healing, it's Wentz's showtime. Imagine the stories. Purple flags waving from Dublin pubs to London bridges. Vikings fans traveling? Spill your plans below. Who's packing the horn for good luck? Broadcast magic is key for us stateside faithful, and NFL networks delivering the goods with Joe Davis's velvety voice guiding the call. The guys nailed 95% of big play descriptions this season, per fan polls. Paired with Greg Olsen, whose analyst chops include breaking down 12 key tendencies per quarter. It's like having a Viking scout in your ear. Kickoff at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time means early wake-ups, but pair it with Irish coffee and you're golden. Fun fact, Olsen played against Rodgers 15 times. Expect gold nuggets on how to rattle him, like jamming his release on third downs. We've tuned in for every international clash, and this one's poised to be the most viewed yet, with Virgin Media airing it free-to-air in Ireland for the first time. It's connecting dots from Minnesota to the world, one skull chant at a time. Who's setting their DVR? Tell me your pregame ritual in the comments. Mine's blasting Sweet Caroline with a purple twist. Zooming in on Aaron Rodgers' Steelers saga, This ain't just any debut year. It's a veterans' revenge tour, and we're stop one. Signing that one-year deal with Pittsburgh after Green Bay cut ties, he's infused their offense with that Yoga Master calm, posting a 105.2 passer rating through 3 games. That Week 3 TD milestone against the Pats? 552 career scores now, edging Favre's 508. Rodgers called it bittersweet. But we know he's gunning for more. Against us historically, 18-11 record, 4,200 yards, 32 TDs, brutal. But this is neutral ground, no Lambeau Cheesehead echo, and our pass rush, with 11 sacks already, smells blood. Jonathan Greenid's leading the charge with 3.5 QB hits. Can we collapse the pocket like we did Burrow last week? It's poetic. The man who owned the North now wears enemy colors. Purple pride demands we flip the script. Fans, rank your top Rodgers nightmare memory. Mine's that 2018 Hail Mary setup. Share yours. Let's relive and rally. Heartbreak hits hard when it's our young gun sidelined, and J.J. McCarthy's ankle sprain is a gut punch to every Vikings hopeful. That Week 2 Falcons fiasco, 22-6, our worst defensive output at 189 total yards, saw J.J. tweak it on a third-quarter scramble, grimacing off the field as U.S. Bank Stadium fell silent. He's a fighter, though, drafted 10th overall for that championship pedigree, and his Week 1 stats, 18/25, 220 yards, 1 TD, screamed future star. Doc says 2 to 4 weeks, but O'Connell's adamant, no shortcuts, full practice clearance or bust. JJ's been grinding rehab in Egan, even joining team film sessions via Zoom from his couch. It's silver lining time. This forces growth, watching pros like Wentz navigate pressure. Vikings Nation, send your healing vibes. What's one piece of advice you'd give our rook? Drop it below. He might see it. Carson Wentz's insertion feels like fate's twist. A grizzled vet rising when youth stumbles. And boy, did he deliver against Cincy. That 48-10 explosion? Wentz orchestrated it flawlessly, his 70% completion clipping chains on every drive. 2 TDs to Jefferson alone, won a 45-yard post that had us leaping. No turnovers in a game where we forced 3 from Browning. That's veteran savvy, honed from 50 starts across 5 teams. His 28 rushing yards added wrinkle, gashing for a key first down late. Now, Week 4 in Dublin. Pittsburgh's secondary allows just 210 passing yards per game, but Wentz's quick release, 2.3-second average, exploits that. O'Connell tweaked the playbook for his strengths. More RPOs, play actions off Jones' 85-yard Week 3 burst. It's Wentz's stage to shine, proving backups can be saviors. Who's buying his jersey yet? Vote in the comments. Wentz MVP of the trip or nah? Those mirrored 2-1 records aren't coincidence. They're fuel for a blood feud brewing under Dublin skies. Our Week 1 Bears win, 24-17. McCarthy's poise in a 70-yard drive, sealing it with 4:12 left. Steelers, 20-13 over Jets. Their run de-stuffing Breece Hall for 42 yards. Week 2 woes sink 2. Falcons torched us 22-6, exposing pass pro leaks, 5 sacks allowed. Pittsburgh fell 27-10 to Seahawks, Geno torching them for 300+. But Week 3 unity, our 48-10 Bengal barrage, 320 passing, 120 rushing, D with 2 picks. Steelers 21-14 Pats grind. Rodgers 200 yards, Najee Harris's 88 on the ground. Head-to-head stats? We're plus 45-point differential. They're plus 18. Turnover battle. Us plus 4, them plus 2. It's even electric, perfect for Croak's roar. Which team's path fires you up more? Comment your pick. Winner gets bragging rights. The Overseas Odyssey ramps up the stakes, with Week 5's London tilt against Cleveland looming like a sequel cliffhanger. After Dublin's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time start, it's straight to Tottenham for another 9:30 a.m. kickoff versus the Browns. Back-to-back early risers, 5,000 miles of travel, but our squad's built for it. Croke Park's vibe? Gaelic echoes mixed with NFL thunder. Expect 40,000 plus Irish newbies, many swayed by our purple hype machine. London's no stranger. That 2013 Steelers win there, 34-27, featured Cordarrelle Patterson's 109-yard KO return, a record still standing. This duo of games? Vikings' first-ever consecutive internationals abroad, testing stamina like the old world bowl days. With Aaron Jones nursing a minor tweak but cleared, and Jefferson's 285 yards through 3 were primed. Travel tales from vets say hydration and film marathons key. Who's joining the Euro invasion? Share your itinerary. Let's connect overseas. Voiceover gold from Davis and Olsen will bridge the miles, with Davis's 98% accuracy on down and distance calls making every third and long a nail-biter. Olsen, his breakdowns, like noting Rodgers' 62% completion under pressure, add layers. Expect him to flag our blitz packages early. NFL Network's global feed means seamless streaming, even for Irish pubs via Virgin Media's free broadcast. Fun nugget. Olsen predicted our Week 3 blowout on GMFB, nailing the score within 3 points. It's immersive audio theater, syncing your cheers with croaks. Pair it with the Vikings app for live stats. I've got mine locked for real-time Skol alerts. Early game means family watch parties. What's your spread? Tell me in comments, Irish stew or purple pancakes. Rodgers Steelers stats scream warning, but cracks show. 3 picks in 3 games, 2 in the red zone. Gifts our D can snatch. His 7 TDs? Impressive, but against softer secondaries. We've allowed just 4 passing scores all year. That Favre pass in Week 3. A 22-yard dime to Pickens, pushing 552, historic, but irrelevant if Danielle Hunter, 3 sacks, buries him. 30th Vikings matchup? He's 18-11, but 4-3 on the road versus us post-2015. Pittsburgh's O-line, ranked 22nd in pass block win rate versus our front 4? Advantage purple. His chest with shoulder pads. Rank this rivalry top 5 for you? Why or why not? Spill it below. McCarthy's setback timeline. 2 to 4 weeks means possible London return, but O'Connell's no corners cut mantra prioritizes full reps. Smart for a guy with just 8 quarters under his belt. That Falcons sprain? Non-contact twist on a bootleg, swelling like a balloon, but x-rays clean. He's rehabbing with cryotherapy and tape jobs, logging mental reps on iPad. Silver lining. Observing Wentz's command hones his reads. JJ called it masterclass in a team huddle. At 22, setbacks build legends. Think Cousins' early stumbles. Vikings faithful, what's your boldest JJ rookie prediction? Post it. Let's manifest that playoff magic. Wentz's Week 3 mastery wasn't luck, 14/20ths, 173 yards, but efficiency popped, 8.7 yards per attempt, top 5 among starters. Those TDs? 1 slant to JJ, 1 fade to Hawkinson exploiting zone voids. His scrambles? 28 yards on 3 carries, including a 12-yard dart that flipped field position. Against Steelers, his old foe from 2021 Indy days, lost 24-17. Wentz knows their cover 3 looks. O'Connell scripting 20 no-huddle snaps to tire their D, fresh off 85 plays last game. Redemption? Absolutely, this Philly kid's thriving in Minnesota's system. Wentz over Wentz 2.0? Comment yes/no. I'm Team Believe. Season arcs colliding. Our plus 45 differential edges their plus 18, but Pittsburgh's home field illusion in Dublin levels it. Neutral sites our ally. 3-1 all-time there for us. Week 1 parallels? Both QBs under 60% but one on D/Saint Week 2 lows. Us sacked 5 times. Them 4? Lesson learned. Our lines allowed 2 since. Week 3 highs. 48 points our most since 2023. They're 21 gritty. Red zone? We're 80% scoring, they're 75% defending. It's razor wire stuff. Predict the score, Vikings by how many? Your call in comments fuels the fire. Euro doubleheader drama. Dublin's Croak, with its 76k seats and Gaelic ghosts, hosts our first Irish bow. Tickets gone in hours, per NFL reports. London's Tottenham? Modern marvel, 62k capacity, where we seek 3-2 record. Travel logistics. Charter flights? Acclimation days? Anti-jet protocols from sports docs. Jones hammy, mild, full go. Jefferson's leading receiver pack with 285 yards, 3 TDs. Global stage suits him. It's legacy building. First team with consecutive country hops. Pumped for the highlights reel? What's your must-see moment? JJ deep ball or D-pick? Share. Davis-Olsen duo's chemistry? Davis's tempo builds tension, Olsen's nuance explains why. Like our run fits versus Najee. Broadcast reaches 200 countries, boosting our brand. Olsen's Vikings ties? Played 09-10. Knows the cold, perfect for across-the-pond flavor. Tune-in tip. NFL +4 audio only if visuals lag. This connection in chaos. Your broadcast buddy? Tag him. Rodgers' 30th dance. 4,200 yards versus us. But post-2020? 2-2, sacked 12 times. Our 11 sacks lead NFC. Target his O-line's 28% pressure rate allowed. Favre milestone. Cool, but our goal force pick 6. Rivalry rank? Top 3 for Venom. Yours? McCarthy mend. Ankle at 60% mobility. Pool work aiding. Learning curve gold. Per KOC. Potential week 5? 50-50, but buy in week 6 perfect reset. Advice from vets. Film over field now. Bold take, rookie of year still his. Agree? Wentz blueprint. 173 yards, hit efficiency. 0 INTs in 40 attempts, career high streak extension. Steelers revenge? He threw for 300+ versus them once. No huddle edge. Our 75% conversion. Jersey sales up 40% post-Cincy. Team Wentz? Arc symmetry. Both teams' week 3 wins featured 100+ rusher. Jones 102, Harris 88. Differentials close, but our TO +4 wins ties. Score guess? Double dip destiny. Croaks turf firmer than US Bank. Adjust spikes. London lights? Night game feel at dawn. Firsts abound. Moment pick? Duo deliver. Olsen on Rodgers. Vikings D disrupts rhythm. Reach massive. Buddy tag. Rodgers roast. Sacks feast. Rank it. McCarthy motivation. Reset ready. Agree ROI? Wentz wow edge hours. Agree? Final arc. Vikings 27-20. Yours? Wrapping this Vikings news whirlwind. Man. What a ride previewing Dublin destiny. From Wentz's fire to Rodgers' shadow. Our purple warriors are primed to paint Ireland gold. We've got history, heart, and that unbreakable skull spirit. Don't miss a snap. Tune in Sunday and feel the global thunder. If this got your blood pumping, smash that like button, drop your score prediction and JJ shout out in the comments, subscribe for every Vikings update straight from the heart of Purple Nation, and share this with your fellow fans to spread the hype. Until next time, keep bleeding purple, Skull Vikings. Who's with me?